everyone, so today's video is all about what you don't need for your baby. So these are based on my opinions, and honestly every household is different. Some of these products I have been using since Riley was born, and other products I've just, incorporated in the time that she's been growing. Now, in that time frame, I've been able to see which products just completely suck and have been collecting dust and has been a complete waste of my money, and which products have actually worked out for us. Honestly, had I known that these products were going to be such an issue and that they were going to be completely useless, I would have not put them on my registry list like you guys. You guys are going to get a kick out of this one particular picture for this one particular product. I just can't wait for you guys to see that. So without further ado, let's just dive right into the products that you don't need for your baby. First things first, you don't need a glider or a rocker. And I know, this is a staple for most nurseries, but you honestly don't need it. Personally, I only used it a handful of times, and mostly during her newborn stage, but after she grew out of that, it became a catch-all chair. Like, you would find books, laptops, phones, chargers, random stuff. That chair was not used for what it was meant to be. So honestly, you guys, you do not need it, especially if you have a small apartment like I do, where every space and inch in that apartment is crucial, especially when you have a baby. So to have something that big in your apartment take up space and not be used for what it's meant to be is just not worth it. So skip out on that rocker and glider. Sticking with baby furniture, you don't need a changing table. Luckily for us, our changing table is the top of the dresser that we bought for her, and it brings like dividers. The only thing we needed to purchase aside from that was the changing pad. And I actually made my husband, the day after I gave birth, purchase that. And it was a complete waste of money because yes, we did use it a couple of times, but then we just started using our bed as a changing table because it just seemed much more easier, especially for me since I had a C-section and I just couldn't get up from the bed quick enough to go to the changing table and change her when I just had her literally on my bed and I just kept a stack of diapers on the nightstand. So yeah, don't get a changing table, you guys. It is not necessary whatsoever. All right. So product number 3 that you don't need are the water wipes and the Kirkland wipes. Guys, when I say that these wipes have got to be the worst on the market, it's not an understatement because these things completely suck. The water wipes, I know they're raved by a lot of people because they're toxin-free and unscented, but those things do not wipe your baby's butt. No. Like, I would use them and I would find myself using another one and using another one and using another one for one diaper change. It was a complete waste of wipes. And then the Kirkland brands, they were this big, and when you would take them out, they would rip. So you would just keep pulling out more, so wasting more wipes. And when you would finally take out a perfect wipe to wipe your baby, it would rip. So you would have doo-doo all over your hand. So skip out on these wipes. They're just not worth it. Honestly, I like the pure, they're called the pure baby wipes. They're from Pampers. Those are the best. Like, honestly, just the right amount of solution to clean your baby and big enough to clean, and it doesn't rip. So go with the pure wipes. Leave the Kirkland and water wipes back home. Shifting gears a little bit, we're going to be talking about clothes that you don't need for your baby. And that is, please do yourself a favor and do not buy any intricate outfits for your baby. I know they look cute, they're adorable, and I fell into that trap, but do yourself a favor. Do not buy them intricate outfits, especially because in the early months, you are taking your baby to the doctor quite often and you have to strip them down, take off their diaper, and to take off just like, a sweater, a onesie, a hat is going to be time consuming. Especially also because if they have a blowout, you're going to hate your existence at that point. So do yourself a favor and just get yourself some onesies, especially if they're a zip up. Those are my favorite. I love putting Riley into these, especially when she was a newborn. It was like the easiest thing because she was such a light sleeper. So when we would have even like the snap-on onesies, she would wake up, and that would be such a horrible time because it took us a while for us to put her to sleep. So to then wake her up as we were changing her or as we were feeding her, it was just horrible. So just do yourself a favor, get yourself a onesie, and you're going to have an easy breezy kind of picnicky day with your baby. Staying in that realm of baby clothes, please do not get your baby shoes. Like, your baby does not need shoes. They're not walking and they're not going anywhere. So what's the point of having shoes if they're gonna grow out of them so quickly? Like, I think we only were gifted 2, maybe 3 pairs of newborn shoes, and then we were also gifted a bunch of shoes for when she's a year to 2 years old. So those I can understand because she will be using them in the future. She will be walking. But the newborn shoes, she, I think, only wore them like 3 times at the most. And it was just for a picture, and then they would come right off. So just don't buy your baby shoes. They're utterly not that important. They're just for decor, basically. Just don't do it. The next product that you don't need for your baby is diapers. I know, it sounds crazy. I'm saying diapers like, hello, you need diapers for your baby. Like, what are they gonna go to the bathroom in? But what I'm trying to get at is you don't need to stock up on a lot of diapers just because you don't know what size your baby is going to fall in. Luckily for us, our relatives did give us a bunch of diapers for 1s, 2s, and I think for 3. So we only had a packet for each size, which was good enough for us because, you know, Riley immediately left the newborn diapers, I think 2 or 3 weeks, and then she jumped right into number 1s. And then a month later, she was into size number 2. So I know a lot of parents tend to stock up on a lot of diapers because that's the common myth, I should say, that you have to stock up on all these diapers because, you know, you don't want to be running around. And it's true, you know, you should have some diapers at home so in case of anything, you have something to go by. But to have multiple diapers for the same size is just wasteful. Just don't do it. Just get one size and then figure it out. Once your baby, you know, starts growing, you will see whether or not if you need more of that size or if you need to go up. So yeah, just don't do it. Second to last item that you don't need for your baby is a sterilizer. Might be a bit controversial for you guys, might not, maybe I'm just overthinking it, but I only used that sterilizer for 3 to 4 months, and then after that I wasn't sterilizing her bottles or pacifiers for that matter. Actually, she doesn't even like her pacifier, so that, you know, I was just only using it for her bottles. The pacifier now, that's also like another item that you probably don't need for your baby because some babies, like mine, do not like it. So that would be very wasteful to buy that as well. But yeah, my sterilizer right now is underneath my sink, taking up space and collecting dust. I was actually planning to give it to my brother for his baby, but he got one for his baby shower. So now I'm thinking that I'm just going to sell it either on Facebook or Craigslist for like 10 or 20 bucks. Just like I did my rocker and glider. I actually sold that today. So it's out of my house and I have more space now. So yeah, you can always do that. The number one product that you should not be getting your baby are the Dr. Brown bottles. They are very famous bottles and they are raved by a lot of people. But I completely hate them. I hate them with a passion. First reason why. Too many pieces. When you have a newborn, you do not want to be cleaning these types of bottles, especially because on one bottle you can spend about 5 minutes. You have a lot of nooks and crannies that you want to get into. And if you have 5 or 10 bottles of these, you are going to be cleaning for 20 to 45 minutes. That is something that you do not want to be doing when you have a newborn. A, because when you have a newborn, you want to be sleeping when they're sleeping. And B, really, do you want to be cleaning bottles for like 30 minutes? No, nobody wants to do that. But the number one reason as to why I hate these bottles, it's because they leak. I put in water so I can demonstrate to you guys. But if you can see right here, there is water seeping through from the bottle. If you tip it over like this, or even if you tip it over this way, it will leak. I will be showing you guys now the picture between what happened with this bottle and my car. A huge stain on my passenger car seat. I did not notice that the bottle had tipped over, and I only noticed the stain the following day when there was sunlight, and I saw this nice, just beautiful stain on my brand new car. Guys, this bottle is trouble. Like, see? It's like dripping water right now. You just skip out on these bottles. These bottles are not worth the hassle. Just because they're anti-colic, like, no, they're not worth the hassle. You can get other bottles that are anti-colic. My favorite are the Advent bottles. I love these bottles. They're easy to clean. If you want anti-colic, some of the bottles will bring them, or you can purchase the anti-colic airwave contraption separately. But these are so easy to clean. They do not leak whatsoever. That's like the best thing about these bottles. There's no leakage whatsoever. So I love these. If you want anti-colic, like I said, you can get these bottles. Some of them do bring it, or you can just purchase the thing separately. Just save yourself the trouble and get you the Advent bottles. And skip out on the Dr. Brown's, because unless you want stained seats or you want your bottle to be leaking everywhere, then I guess this is the bottle for you. But if you do not want that, throw this out the window. Just leave it there. Alright, so that is everything that I can think of that I think is a complete waste of money, and this is where you can save your money at. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!